Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. Playing with a Drain Essence Death Knight. We have arrived once again in the Uktenbog. This time on ultimate difficulty of hardcore. Oh, that's a nice welcoming committee. Let's step back a little bit and then take stock of the situation here. Oh, basilisks, I don't quite like you. Icecorn, hey, it's been a while, buddy. Corrupted, Icecorn, and Void Touched. Okay, so none of them is arcane. That's a relief.
I can't do that yet.
Got some Town Guardians here to help us. That's even better. And that little disaster here was averted. Little crisis. So picked up some Venom and Gaze and Bile. It's a quest item for a later quest. We'll just plop it into one of the later bags. Mythical Tremor. Okay, that's not all that exciting. So yeah, the Uktenbog. Place where potentially fun enemies lurk. Including, of course, the Beast Nemesis. Could be anywhere in the swamps, as far as I understand. I have heard people say that it's more likely to appear closer to the challenge dungeon. Which eventually we'll have to do anyway, but that's gonna be after the storyline. For now though, I'll just be careful and keep an eye out on the minimap. Since the last patch, it should be possible to see a skull symbol on the minimap, indicating that a powerful enemy, nemesis enemy, is nearby. But we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, Genaxi has a den entrance. I picked up a bounty to kill her, so we might as well just go over there. Every once in a while you get one of these random map segment reveals. Still not quite sure how that gets that way, but we got a little bit of a map reveal, so that's just easy to navigate now. Ooh, hello there. Oh, you are Obliteratus. You look like a Void Touched. Obliterus. Yeah, I'll rip your spirit out because you're spirits. That seems totally appropriate. 7 levels above me, but didn't help him. Nope, it did not. So normally for the quest you don't have to go in and kill Genaxi until much later. For the bounty, however, she is fair game. Come on. There you go. What are you? You are unstoppable. Well, we'll see about that. And in the end, it is just the unstoppable force that gets stopped anyway. 8 levels above me, definitely not an easy opponent. Ooh, Mythical Beastcaller's Shoulder Pad. That sounds like part of a set item. And it is. Nature's Call Regalia. That's the Conjurer sets. Looks like the Conjurer sets. We'll put that in one of the later bags as well. I mean, actually we have some space here. Might as well put it in there. Oh, Genaxi. Hello. You are a betrayer. Not quite sure what you betrayed or why, but you're a betrayer. Therefore you must die. Okay. The lair fighting along is not something I noticed last time. Was it because it was just so easy to take her out, or... okay. Just sidestep a little bit, that if the thing does something, I'll sidestep it. Okay. Stop casting those circles. Okay, it's just attacking me. That's less helpful. to keep casting those ritual things underneath my feet, then I'll just be forced to move. It's definitely just aiming at me. It's doing quite some damage as well. She's gone. Mythical Veil Piece. Veil Piercer. That's almost a Veil Pierce piece. Veil Piercing? That looks like the art. It looks like there's blood spurting out of the blood. Out of the blades. Words, difficult. So, +1 summon limit to raise a skeleton and a bunch of bonuses to summon Hellhound. So this is the Necro Occultist Summoner variation. And a boatload of vitality, damage and decay bonus. That is pretty sick actually. As an Occultist, you do have access to quite some vitality damage. This is a pretty neat blade. I like it. Yep, we can make space for that. Yeah, see, now if we find something, there's a little bit of space left for it to tuck it away. So that is the bounty taken care of. And now we can continue our search. The search for Barrowholm. Though we've been there once or twice before, so I think I should be able to find it again. Is there a corpse here? There's corpses here. Profitable corpses. And let's go back. Hello everybody. Come on, come on. Well, let's overguard. There's a lot of everybody's. Also, there's something, Defender of the Pack, something. Ooh, I like it. This is a bottleneck. I can shoot all of them, but not all of them can attack me. Definitely getting the best end of the bargain here. You are blah 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 of the pack. Palros, Protector of the Pack, Defender. And there we go. We got an Ancient Heart from you. Probably been defending his pack for quite a while. Otherwise it would have been a Young Heart, right? Okay, there's another one with a hero marker over their head. And lots of enemies, so we'll just do a little bit of staggered retreating here. Summon a spirit from someone's corpse, also kind of fun. You are marked. Some bleeding stuff, not quite a fan of that. Poison stuff, definitely not a fan of that. Blood singers, rave speakers, people that want energy. Okay, you are the tongue? What? Totally a tongue splitter. Okay, that sounds like a lovely person. Split the tongue, okay, so you're basically a snake. And you're casting some kind of bindings on me. Definitely not a fan. It's all kinds of movement impairing skills. If you're trying to make staggered retreats, maybe it is less good for your health if that happens a lot. Having some form of protection against entrapment definitely helps. But of course it does mean you have to equip relatively specialized blue items that have mods that support that at the expense of other items. And you have to be lucky enough to find them, find items that offer those bonuses that are possibly synergistic with your build. And it's mostly something you find on boots, and I would have to give up the Voidwalkers, and I'd rather not. Since the damage shield of the Voidwalkers is very nice for staying alive. Okay, just trying to gather all the enemies around me. It's a bit easier to fight multiple of the enemies than just the one. They have a lot of health. Might as well spend the same amount of time to take all of them out. Vladox, the Bloodletter. Angry Mosquito. Heroic Mosquito. Though how a mosquito could be heroic, it's a little beyond me. Really don't like mosquitoes. Because they tend to like me. And the mosquitoes, it's always an adversarial relation. If they like you, then you just gotta not like them, because, well, it's never really a good thing if mosquitoes like you. Mythical Fist of the Blind Assassin. I think I've already got one of these, but I can always just double check if this is a better one. And this is doubles back, so this is not the way to go. Instead, we push forward. Just trying to take the a relatively direct route to Barrowholm. Oh, hello, what are you? Time Warps. Okay, I think we fought Time Warps before. Was not overly impressed. See, you're just kind of going down. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Oh, it's just keeping in mind to head roughly to the top left side. Stick to the left hand side and then go top. Usually gets you close to the exit. Hello, basilisks. Goodbye, basilisks. Remember, to the top right is where our not quite friend Kraval hides. Squid God. Master of Tentacles. Possible player of characters. I don't know. The Kraval definitely made an impression on me the first time we fought. The only time we fought, actually. Back in Elite, just after he was added to the game. Hello, you are an ancient Wendigo and you are on fire. And no, that is not a compliment on how well you're doing. You're literally on fire. Doesn't look very healthy. Oh well. And we'll just keep going. Bunch of plants. Maybe one of them will get upgraded into a unique plant. Bit of a tangled mess. Oh look, you are a voracious graph. I'll rip your spirit out, because I can. And there is a waypoint. So that is good. That's the first step on our way to getting to Barrowholm. And from here should be relatively straightforward. Oh, golems. Wild golems appear. And some leaf main brutes. I think so far I've only found one out of the 3 quest items that the enemy types drop. That we'll need for, I think, one of the follow-up quests of the witches. It's always nice if you can just accidentally find all the things. Okay, so far it looks like there's no heroes in here. So a lot of enemies ambushing, but none of them is a hero. Couldn't blame them. I mean, ambushing people is not quite heroic, I would say. It's a smart thing to do. It's not a brave tactic, right? It's more of a calculated tactic. People who are the victim of an ambush would say it's a cowardly tactic, but then again, is cowardly really bad? I mean, it's just playing smart rather than playing fair. If you're already trying to kill people, then what's the point in trying to be fair? But then again, no, we as the hero, we're just marching in, boldly proclaiming, "Here I am, come at me, bros." And apparently they just rush in and get themselves killed. So it's not a bad idea of them to actually try and do an ambush. Triple stars on the map. That is the witches that we need to save. Yes, yes. Also, this almost looks like a proper ambush. No multiple waves of enemies coming in at me. And there we are. Just a bunch of wretches. And another wraith. So, gone you are. And I will send you back. And there is someone with Bloodlust and an Ember Claw. So there's gonna be blood, there's gonna be fire. That's just overguards. And just keep dividing my damage between them. And gone there. There's quite a variation in just how difficult the fights are. Some of them you just waltz over the enemies, no real contest. Some of them it's rather painful for them, not for you. Is that the ancient ruins? That's where we find the Wendigo, isn't it? The Wendigo spirits. Let's just double check. Yeah. Quite possibly. Just double check, we probably need to head over to town, pick up a Wendigo spirit. Yeah, because now I have an ancient heart and some flowers, and I don't think I ever really carry anything else with me. What we can do is put this one in there. Yeah. So I don't think we can consume Wendigo spirits straight from the stash, so we'll need to hop up and down to town to bring it along. That is my stash.
I'll keep your stash safe.
And let's see, spirits, there's the spirits. That's the spirits. Might as well stash the other things. And that's gonna be fine.
For you.
The less I do in town, the less I get distracted, the less easy it is for me to mess things up and accidentally reset portals and do things like that. Ooh, hello there. Heroes dread the damned. So there is a risk of spawning undead nemesis now. This is a place with undead, so this is a place to be on guard for undead, or for nemesis of the undead faction, I suspect. Same with places with beasties to have a possible beastie thing. Radiant Gem and a Vengeful Wraith for loot. You know what, we'll take the bargain. I don't need the points, but maybe, look at that, 2 purple items. That was not a bad trade, I would say. So we got a Mythical Reaper of the Accursed. I think I've already got one of these. So you can do, oh wait, it looks like a blade, like a hand scythe. But it's actually offhand, so only one of these will be helpful ever. But the nice thing is it has the Defy Death proc that looks a lot like the Defy Death that you get on Death Ward. So this one is 5-second duration, 90-second recharge, threshold 25% health, heals you for 30% plus 1000, and it gives you vitality resistance and life leech. Life reduction resistance for the 5-second duration, whereas this one 100-second recharge, 1-second duration, and it restores 40% of your health, and it gives you 28% damage absorption at a 30% threshold. So yeah, it's same name but totally different thing. And Mythical Wraithborn Leg Wraps. +3 to Spectral Wrath is pretty nice. Bonus to ether damage, some health, some offensive and defensive ability, vitality and bleed resistance, and a ether blast wave. 30% chance when hit, so that's a defensive thing. 4.8 meter radius is not quite bad. That's a lot of ether damage that it does. And knocks down the targets for 2 seconds. But because it has a large area, 30% chance to get hit, 3-second recharge. This is gonna be booming quite a lot when you are surrounded or when you are facing heroes, or especially if you got frenzied enemies that attack a lot. This could potentially be very nice and very, very defensive. I'm actually slightly tempted to consider this as a possible replacement for the Siphon Souls bands that we currently have. Because we'll lose the flat offensive ability bonus, but we get a percentage one. So that's probably gonna strike out against each other. A little defensive ability, a little bit of a health bonus. The Vital and Bleed Res, well, Vitality Resistance is just gonna transfer, and we already have more than that than we actually need. Pierce Resistance is gonna be replaced with a better Bleed Res, so we can take some of the bleed resistance from our augments and components and replace with Pierce to compensate. This item has potential. It really has potential. So we'll tuck it away in the later pocket and then look at it at another time. So we'll just transfer all the things over to here. And then we can grab all the other items, of course. Boop, boop, boop. And then of course there is the Wraith in here to help. You can kill the Wraith, that is also possible, but I don't know, I feel sorry for the Wraith. Seems like such a villainous thing to do. I mean, this is the one friendly Wraith in the entire forest, or in the entire swamp. We shouldn't go killing him, then that just sets a bad precedent. Hello, Ukdal. So he even has a name. Are you trapped here? I will help you. I already have a Wendigo Spirit. Here, rest in peace. And we get some reputation, and we get some XP. The Coven likes us, and we get an Ethereal Missive. And there's some treasure boxes here. Such a positive experience. Much better than killing this harmless Wraith. Just allowing them to just pass on into the afterlife. We did good today. At some point I will still have to do my anti-character that just does all the things in different ways than I would normally do them. Not being friendly to Ukdal would be one of the things to do then. Declaring war on Barrowholm would be one of the things to do then. But that is not this time. So let's see if we can find ourselves a Barrowholm waypoint. Ooh, look at that. Distinguished chest. That's in a totally inconspicuous place. This totally is not a trap, right? So look at that. It's a trap. The 3 Dugals.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, so one is corrupted, one is lightning, electrified. Ow. I don't think I like it very much when you throw meteors to my face. Or at any body part, really. I think that's the arcane, or the arcanist, the demolition, devastation skill. Also known as throw meteors in your face. Just trying to keep all of them covered with the damage over time component of the Drain Essence skill. Okay, now they're starting to fall like flies. Anyone remaining? I don't think there are. And there we go. Totally was not a trap. Nope, not at all. It was just extra loot. Whee! So what did we get for the trouble? We got ourselves Mythical Celicor's March. Pierce and Chaos resist as well as some fire cold damage bonuses. We got ourselves Harut's Frigid Grasps. As expected, a bunch of cold, bunch of vitality bonuses, attack cast speed, pierce resist, vital resist. Bone Harvest and Amarissa's Blade Burst. So this is for the Reaper, the Necro Night Blades. And 10% chance on attack to cast Ice Spike, 3 projectiles. 40% pierce chance, decent cold damage. So, well, cold based Reaper would love this actually. Bone Harvest has a mutator to convert its damage to cold as well. Nightblade has strong cold synergies. So you can make some fun stuff with that. Actually, I have in the past. Mythical Blacksteel Gauntlets. So it was just for a single, hey, this is a nice character to play video. Blacksteel Gauntlets, Chaos and Pierce resist. Actually does not resist, does retaliate. It has physical resist. And some bonuses to Counter Strike, Blade Barrier and Vindictive Flame. So that is, Vindictive Flame is Demolitionist, Blade Barrier is Nightblade. And then Counter Strike is Soldier. So it's again an item with possibilities. Yeah, let's call them possibilities. Multiple characters could benefit from it. It's actually, in a way, it's a nice design choice that they put skills for 3 different classes on there. So then any combination of 2 of those classes would maximally benefit from it. Okay, what's here? A meal and a plant. And more plants. No, this is not a lootable corpse. Hello. And there you go. So some enemies appear to be a bit more resistant to my damage types than others. It's one of the reasons why I value items such as the Band of the Eternal Haunt. It puts a debuff on enemies, well, 10% chance on attack, but no, especially once there's only one tough enemy remaining, it's eventually gonna trigger. It lowers their resistance a little bit to ether, and of course, we have the Will of Ratosh, 15% chance on attack, to put a debuff on enemies that reduces their vitality resistance, as well as their life leech resistance. So those things help a little bit to just push things a little bit into my favor. Low enemy resistances, therefore allowing me to deal more damage. I should have a chat with some folks here. We also have the bounty. So we got some reputation and a small Severed Claw and a little bit of bonus XP. But of course, just the pleasure of killing that betrayer should be enough. And we freed the witches, so the Guardian here is now all happy. And we got some scrap and a Vengeful Wraith. And we still have the quest remaining to find Barrowholm. But we have to have a chat with the folks and then murder things in the area. So we're gonna do that next episode. For now, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.